If you are new here, you're very welcome. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys how I make my oven baked fish roll. If you want to see how I made this, stay tuned and keep on watching. Let's get started. You'll be needing some fish. So in there I have 3 shiny that I already cut and sliced and washed too. So what I'll do now is to add in my meat seasoning, curry powder, thyme and ginger and garlic powder. So when I'm done with that, I'll be adding in some chopped onion and some water and 1 seasoning cube, guys. It's very important, do not add lots of water to this. When you're done with that, stir this and cover it up, allow to cook for 20 minutes. And if you don't have any of this fish close to where you stay, feel free to use any other fish you have around where you stay. You can also use the canned fish, it's still okay. You can also use the mackerel fish, so it depends on the one you have around where you are staying. So when you're done with that, just cover this up to cook properly. Do not allow it to be overcooked too. So we'll be back in 20 minutes time. It's 20 minutes already. Our fish is properly cooked. Can you guys see this? So just make sure to turn off the flame and allow this to cool down. And when it's properly cooled down, just make sure to debone this. Remove all the bones, guys. You don't really need the bones, just remove them, and I'll be showing you guys the next step. When you are done deboning the fish, just use the back of your fork to mash the fish so it will not be chunky. Now just make sure it's very tiny, not so it can fit into your dough and it will look nice too. So at this stage, just mash it until it looks something like so. So that is it, guys. So moving on, I'll be adding 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil into your pot or your frying pan. So when you're done with that, allow this to heat up for a couple of seconds and add in your chopped onion. And when you are done with that, saute this for a couple of seconds, and I'll be adding in some pepper for a little kick, fresh pepper, guys. So I'll make sure to just add them in because I love it to be a little spicy on the inside, but not much, because just for a little kick, guys. Saute this for a couple of seconds. Then when you're done with that, add in the mashed fish and just saute this for 5 to 10 minutes. I'll be adding in some spring onion for a little color. So that is it, guys. So guys, when you are done sauteing this for 10 to 15 minutes, just make sure to cover this up to cook a little bit, so all the seasoning will just seep into the fish and it will taste amazing, guys. So at this stage, you can also add in some seasoning cube if you taste it and your seasoning cube it's not salt. That is just what we need for this now, because we've added in some curry at the first stage when we are boiling the fish. Just saute this for a couple of seconds and add in the spring onion. Cover it up for like 2 to 3 minutes. Do not allow the spring onion to be overcooked. So guys, at this stage our fish is ready. Can you guys see it's looking all shades of beauty already? Oh my goodness. So when you're done with this, transfer this into a flat plate. Allow this to cool down properly and we'll move on to the next step, guys. Moving on, in there we have about 250 grams of unsalted butter. You can as well increase it if you are making a very big batch for the family. So what I'll do now is to grate the butter. After grating the butter, I'll make sure to return it back to the fridge because we really need our dough to be very flaky. So that is just what I'm trying to do here. I'll make sure to do this very fast and return it back to the fridge. We are done grating the butter, so this is how it's going to look. Just quickly transfer this into a bowl and leave it in the fridge. So I'll make sure to measure out 5 cups of clean flour. That is just basically what I'll be using for this because I'm making a very big batch, guys. And do not always forget to sieve your flour. It's very important. I always say it in every of my videos because sometimes there are some dirt on the floor, so you really need to sieve the flour. So just make sure to do this very fast and we'll move on to the next step. After sieving your flour, next thing you're going to do is to add in some sugar. So you don't really need lots of sugar for this recipe, so just add in like 2 tablespoons of sugar. That is just basically what I'm using. And when I'm done with that, I'm going to grate in some nutmeg, and I'll be adding in 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half tablespoon of salt. That is just basically what I'm using for this step, and make sure you mix everything together until it's properly incorporated. So that is just what we are doing now. When you are done mixing, just add in the grated butter. Just add them in bit by bit and mix them in. Do not add in a lot of it at a time, so you can be able to incorporate it one at a time. So that is just what we are doing here, and everything that we are going to use for this dough, it's going to be very cold, guys. So cold butter, cold water, or you can also use milk, so it depends on what you have at hand, but I think water is the easiest one to use. So just gently mix this until it forms like a crumb-like texture. Guys, when you are done mixing, you'll be getting something like this, and this is perfect. Just make sure to create a hole at the center. Just create a hole at the center, add in 1 egg, and the egg should be very short too. So when I'm done with that, I'll be adding in 2 tablespoons of water at a time and mix this. So but guys, in total I used about 8 tablespoons of water for this dough. So I really needed this dough to be very flaky, so I did not add much water. You don't really need lots of water. So if you want your dough to be very flaky, don't add lots of water. So that is just the secret. So just mix this together until it's well incorporated. So I'm showing you guys all the steps. I added water, I did not cut anything. So make sure you mix this very gently, so you'll be getting something like this consistency, and this is perfect. Gently bring this together. When you are done mixing everything in very well, when you are done bringing them together, just pop this into a plastic wrap and allow this to rest in the fridge for roughly 30 minutes, guys. So but if you don't want to make it for that day, you can also leave it overnight. It will still be perfect. So just make sure to flatten this out a bit, pop this into the fridge for 30 minutes. So we'll be back in 30 minutes time. So guys, while our dough is still resting, we'll make sure to crack in 2 eggs on the plates and gently mix this together very fast. And this egg will be for the egg wash. So that is just it. Mix until it's properly incorporated. So it's 30 minutes already. Our dough is out from the fridge. So just make sure to take off the plastic wrap. I will be giving this a quick cut. We'll be cutting it into 2 and we'll be working with 1 at a time. When you are done cutting this out, flatten this out and roll this on your work surface Just make sure to sprinkle a little flour on your work surface before rolling it out. So that is just it. I'm going for square shape, so you can also go for any shape of your choice. So that is it. Let's roll this out together, guys. Rolling it out, you'll be needing something like so. Just make sure to grab a pizza cutter or a knife. Make sure to take off all the rough edges to get a very nice and clean square shape. So just take it off, we don't really need them. At this point, I'm done cutting off all the rough edges, so we'll be placing in our fish into our dough, guys. I don't know how to explain. Placing in the fish into the dough. Is it correct, guys? I don't know. Just tell me if it's correct in the comment section. So just place in the fish like so, very gently, and please do not place in the fish at the extreme end. Just do this in the middle so you can be able to roll this and seal it up properly. So that is just what I'm trying to do here. So when you are done with that, do the egg wash very quickly and just roll this up. It's as simple as that. And when you are done rolling it up, you'll be needing a knife, or just a knife. You don't need a pizza cutter. You'll be needing a knife to cut this into any desired size or shape of your choice. When you are done rolling this up, just do a little bit of the egg wash to seal it up properly, because I was thinking it's going to be very chunky, so I needed it to be in between, guys. Just seal it up very properly. Just seal it up and use a pizza cutter to take off the rough edges, and then cut this into any size or shape of your choice. Stage, I'm marking out the places I'm going to cut from. Just do this very quickly and pop this into your baking tray. So can you guys see the size I was going for? It's not too big, it's kind of in between. And this fish roll, oh my goodness, it tasted so good. So when you are done cutting, it should be looking something like this, like so. It's looking all shades of beauty already. So just gently place this into your baking tray very quickly and do the egg wash. And when we are done, we'll be baking this for 30 to 40 minutes until it's golden brown or until it's properly cooked, guys. It's 40 minutes already. Our oven baked fish roll, it's properly baked. Can you guys see this beautiful color? And it's very flaky, guys. Oh my goodness, I enjoy this with my friends and my family and my loved ones, guys. It tasted amazingly good. So if you love this video, please do not forget to give me a thumbs up. Share this video to your friends, your family, and your loved ones too. And please do not forget to subscribe for more interesting and fun videos. If you like my channel, leave your comments and suggestions in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on my next video. I love you all. Bye bye. See you soon.